Hello my loves, today we are in the kitchen because we are talking food. As young women, we are not taught how to eat to get healthy and get strong. So in my videos, my one goal is to help you get a healthy body and a healthy mind. And in this video, we're talking about food. That's why we're in the kitchen, because food is fuel. Food is fuel for your mind and food is fuel for your body. So I want to share with you some of the eating habits that got me into the best shape or the best shape that I've been in my life, basically. Because to get into good shape as an adult, I think it takes a lot of unlearning what we did as a child, because we might have been taught eating habits that don't serve us as we age. So it might be snacking throughout the day, it might be fasting, it might be not fasting. We're just not really taught how to harness food. You might have grown up eating a lot of carbs. I know I grew up eating a lot of beans on toast. And I know for a fact when I eat that stuff now, it does not sit well in my gut. That's why as you age, it's really important to tune into your body and figure out, okay, what feels good now? What doesn't feel good? What do I need to stop doing? And here are a few things I stopped doing and a few things I started doing. Now, if you want to eat to get in shape, I go to the gym around 5 times a week. So the gym is a very, very important aspect when it comes to my food. So the first tip is to eat around your workouts. Eat around 2 to 3 hours before and after you are training. This is going to allow your body to have that fuel to really spend in your workouts. I have some eggs to peel right now, so I'm going to peel those. So something I like to do is I've figured out the best time for me to work out is in the afternoon. So that is after I've had breakfast, usually after I have had lunch as well. So I will go around 30 minutes to 1 hour after lunch, and that actually works really well for me. Then I can spend that energy from my lunch in my workout. But if you want to work out in the evening because you are working, for example, then it might be worth having a pre-workout, some kind of protein shake or some kind of meal after you finish your working day at 5 p.m. Then you go to work out at 6 p.m. and then maybe when you come home you have dinner. It's really important to fuel your body right, and I learned this from my bodybuilding bestie, Victoria. I miss you so much. She actually taught me the importance of a pre-workout and a post-workout, but it doesn't mean you have to add 2 extra meals into what you usually eat, but it can mean just timing when you eat your food to when you are working out. It's such a life hack to get the most from your workouts. Eating sitting down. When you are sitting down and when you eat sitting down, you allow your body to relax, and we always want to eat in a relaxed state. I learned this from a female health coach, but we don't want to eat when our body is under stress. So that's why also after a workout, when your body is still stressed, it's good to actually take a pause, take a breather, let your hormones and your body calm down so that you can properly focus on digesting the food. You can also do this by sitting down when you eat and actually breathing before you eat and actually showing some gratitude for the food you are about to consume. I have an egg here with some salt. I am obsessed with eggs. Ever since I stopped being vegan, eggs have been my weakness. Mindful eating, so eating sitting down, actually being at one with your food, is such a hack for digestion. And the reason why you might not be in good shape is because you're not digesting your food properly. And that you can just trial it for a week. Sitting down, being present with your food, breathing before you eat, showing gratitude towards your food, and watch what happens. You'll also realize that you will be able to control yourself a lot more when you're actually present with your food, because you'll be able to feel into, okay, am I actually full now? Do I actually want to eat more? But when you're not present, you're rushing and you're stressing and you're eating on the go, which is another point I'm going to mention. That's when it's very easy to overeat. And this used to be me. I used to always eat on the go and never give myself enough time to actually sit down and eat my meals. Never give myself enough time to actually cook proper meals. But as soon as I started doing that, I started getting into good shape, I started getting healthy, and health is the base of everything. Like, if you want to make more money, I know it's hard to convince yourself that you need to spend more time cooking and actually nourishing yourself with food, but I promise you it will actually help, because then you'll be healthier, you'll have more energy throughout the day to make that money. When I was gaining weight and I had a very unhealthy relationship with food, as in I would binge and then I would restrict and then I would binge and then I would restrict, and then I would eat so much in the evening because I hadn't nourished myself properly throughout the day. When I was going through this time, I was eating on public transport because I wasn't giving myself enough time to actually eat meals. So after I finished work in the cafe, I would snack on the tube. And when I was on my way back from the gym and I had done some food shopping, I would snack on my way home. Because of this, I made a pact with myself that I can never eat on public transport. And I've talked about this in my videos before, about making rules for your life. And this is again another rule for my life that I live by, to never snack on public transport. I'm not, and this isn't making me miserable, but it's actually making me healthier, it's actually making me happier. So now that I have this pact, I make sure that I give myself enough time and to prioritize my eating time. So before I'm leaving the house, I'm making sure, okay, I'm not starving now, am I? Or if I'm going out all day and I'm going to train, I'm making sure that I'm bringing enough food with me to actually make sure that I can fuel myself for my workout, because that's also a mistake I made. I underestimated how much I actually ate because I was so afraid of eating. So I thought if I brought all of this food with me, I was going to overeat, when in fact, I was just going to fuel my body so that I would have energy throughout the day. Food is fuel. Food is not the enemy. Food is not fat. Food is not weight gain. Food is simply fuel. And when you learn how to use it and how to have a healthy relationship with it, then you can get strong, get healthy, and actually start to let go of all of that mental energy that food is taking from you right now. My last eating hack that I think my ex-boyfriend actually taught me is eating in good company, or eating, like making eating a ritual. So again, instead of rushing, instead of eating on public transport, you're either sitting down eating with friends and family and you're eating in that good company, or you're making a ritual for yourself. I know that most of the time I have a dinner alone and I love it, but what I do is I will either eat alone and not listen or watch anything, but my favorite thing to do is to put on my favorite YouTube video, or a YouTube video that I have been looking forward to watch. It's in my watch later. I will put that on, I will have my meal there ready for me to eat, and I will make that ritual for myself, and I will enjoy it so much. I will be present with my food, I will be watching something I really enjoy, and I will just make that whole eating experience a really cozy, really nice experience. Instead of eating with people you don't like, instead of eating in a rush, actually making your eating experiences a lot more pleasant will improve your relationship that you have with the food on your plate. And the last hack that I also mentioned in this video is not eating around when you drink your food. In that video, I literally expanded on how I drink water, because there really is a specific way that you can drink water to avoid gaining weight and holding on to water retention. And that was not drinking water whilst eating food, and not drinking water before and straight after you have had your meal. Those are the 5 eating habits that I learned and unlearned that helped me get into my best shape, that helped me lose a bit of weight, but also helped me to gain muscle and improve my relationship with food. I hope this video helped you, because I honestly believe that the more young women that we have that are struggling with food, struggling with self-image, insecurities, the more it's just having a negative effect on you, on society, and I think we can really, really turn that around if we learn these quick tips on how to put yourself first, take care of yourself, your health, and yeah, get a healthy mind and body. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you liked it, and share it with your bestie if you found it helpful, because when we all win, life is way more fun. Have a beautiful day, week, month, life. Bye.